Bro.
Do you have an update?
Just like,
Do you have an update on Vanilla Nice?
yeah, dude. I'm basically backing him. I want him to lead the place. Like, we're the future, man. I swear, like, once all the old guys retire, he's gonna be probably the supervisor, and which I think he'll be a good one. And I'll be his fucking
Number 2.
Mm-hmm. Which, like, it's this perfect setup.
You can be his consigliere.
Exactly. I'm, it's because he, like, the dude, I mean, he's nothing but good to me. So, and if, like, because he respects, like, basically, like, practical skills and, like, maintenance skills. And if you know stuff, like, about, say, cars or something, like, we at least got shit to talk about, like,
Okay.
And, we, like, I know enough to where, like, and plus, like, I'm younger than him, but I'm not, like, a kid, and, like, his eyes, like, the youngest guy, like, because he's like 10 years older than me.
Is he still dealing with the guy and the array of baby mamas?
As far as I know, yeah, like, in the brothers and his remember the brother, like, they got in the
the fire and the
fire and knife
fight?
point. Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah, as far as I know, like, still dealing with that. Like,
still dealing with it. Coming into work though, clocking in hours. What a true man.
Mm-hmm. Dude, yeah, like he is like the one of the hardest workers there, and like he actually, like, he's, me and him plotting, like, cause like they mostly, like, like, without saying too much, they, like, contract any repairs and stuff out a lot of the times. Just a lot of the older guys are just like, they don't, like, they're close to retirement, they don't care, they don't want to do much, but me and him actually want to fix shit, and, like,
interesting.
And, like, if we get more younger guys in there with skills and stuff, like,
right on.
I want to become the automotive guy, because I could save him a ton of money, like, rather than contracting out the fleet for, like, oil changes at other places where they charge, like, double for company fleets. Like,
interesting.
I could save him a shitload.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, we had to fucking, at our job, we had a truck that we had to repair. So we took it up to maybe the shadiest truck repair shop I've ever been to in all of St. Louis. Mm-hmm. And, like, one of my bosses was saying, like, yeah, you got to go up. It's on Broadway. I'm like, oh, like, over by the brewery? And he's like, no. I'm like, oh, like, kind of. He's like, no. The fact that you think I'm talking about Broadway south of the Arch is funny. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Which that is the very end of Broadway.
I know, that's the only part of Broadway I think exists. There's no reason for me to be on that
it's
road
the only part
otherwise.
I really want to go to.
No, dude. And then I was like the Oyster Bar? He's like, no. He just kept laughing at me.
Broadway?
Off Broadway? And he's like, no. Way more north than that.
Gus's Pretzels?
Gus's Pretzels? Yeah,
I don't go north of Gus's Pretzels.
I stay in a 5-block radius just south of what I think is Broadway.
Yeah, like
But yeah, we had to go up, and I told Shane I'm dropping him off. I'm like, yo, I'm leaving the moment you get out of this car. I don't even know if you're going to close the door, and I'm out of here, bro. It was so scary. We get off the highway, we go through whatever roads to get there, and you pass like 2 to 3 fence circles. It was nuts, dude.
Coolest thing is, like, if you're basically, like, immune from the law. Like,
there's no law that's going to get me.
Dude, like, me and my dad had to haul my dad's toolbox through, like, North City out of his old job, and on a trailer that, like, couldn't handle it, was not, like, near secure enough. It couldn't handle the weight and stuff. And this thing, oh god, I was so scared it was just gonna tip over, because I mean, my dad's toolbox weighs, it's huge, and like
big one.
Yeah, and it was and it started raining and shit too. And
fuck.
Dude, it was so scary. I thought, and we took it on the highway too. I thought for sure.
Fuck that, bro.
We had to get it out of there, like, because we tried to put the toolbox like on a trailer on the back of my truck, but then it sagged it down to where the wheel wells touched the tires. So we had to borrow one of the F-250s from the place where it worked to be able to even handle, like, hold the trailer that the thing's on. And
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and did a little test where I drove in and I hit the brake and it just, like, swayed and shit. Like, then I had the brilliant idea to just throw a chain over the top of it too, and
You had the big brain idea.
Yeah, because I mean, he only had like straps around the wheels on the bottom.
Dude, I
was thinking like there's with the top like the shelving and the back like pegboard, that's gonna have so much drag like with the wind and stuff. It's like
it's fucking nuts. I mean, and I usually have no qualms or second guesses about your dad's towing abilities, but after that last,
we didn't have the
Winnebago.
Those are all situations where our hands were forced and we didn't have
the materials,
the resources to do the job, and they had to do it anyway, like on short notice. Dude. And it was like
that's nuts.
Which you never want to tow like on like short notice. You never want to tow when someone makes you tow, but you don't have any of the proper gear or like you don't want to tow. Mm-hmm. You don't want to tow when you're being forced. Yeah, being forced and with none of the like safe gear. Like the Winnebago, like that was ridiculous. Like let's just let the fucking city tow that thing.
For any listener, I don't know. Have we ever discussed the Winnebago?
I've told a story about it before. Like and I remember like I told the story like and then like a week later I got arrested for the warrant for that. Like like jinxed myself, and that was the big small wank big cum
small wank big cum arrest.
Yeah,
damn.
But I'm like going relatively straight now, like because I have to for my job. I can't have any like warrants or like sort of
living for the Lord, huh?
Yeah, and it's like it's scary and it's like
where's that cat?
Nice right there.
I know that cat's about to jump up on my shit and startle me.
Yeah, because I got to deal with a government commission that like if I break the law I could like lose my job because there's a lot of regulation in the in the what do they call this, the movie business.
In the movie business.
Yeah,
what we call here in the business of show.
See, yeah. Like I make, let's say I work for Frito-Lay. There's chips and and
that's it.
You can go there anytime you want.
You can go there whenever.
Mm-hmm. You can win money. It's basically like a gas station.
Yeah.
It's a big gas station.
It's a big gas station.
Because there is a gas pump on property, technically.
I need to look at so I got that gig. I need to look at the upcoming events. And oh shit, Empire of the Sun? I wouldn't do Empire of the Sun, would I? No.
That'd probably be a lot of
April.
There's like 20 dudes in that band, isn't there?
Yeah, dude, that would be huge. So I might be. I don't want to jinx myself here, but I might be having a tight gig where I actually get to fucking work with people that we all listen to instead of local acts only.
Oh yeah.
So
Dispatch, bro.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna go out there, scream the general into the fucking.
You have your own mic. You have your own mic set up back there. And you're singing with them. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I got to figure that out, but. Look out, baby. I might actually blow up and forget about you all.
This thing, I just need one song, like fucking Dispatch in the general, and I could like,
dude.
And I could play fucking the Midwest, like
Shoeless for the rest of your life.
Yeah, like
Dude, you know what's crazy? My old boss, and he's like 71. He always said that. He's like, all you need is one song, man. I'm like, are you still working on your one song?
Dude, a lot of people are, man, because it's not easy to like.
It's not, dude.
Because I mean, like it's like a.
He almost had a decent one song. He wrote a Christmas jingle.
Oh, see, that's a little legit way to do things. Like that might actually be a decent way to like make money, like as a novelty thing, like that. And
Yakov Smirnoff jokes.
Yeah,
the only way to make money in this world is to have your own religion, like L. Ron Hubbard, or be Yakov Smirnoff.
I mean, Yakov Smirnoff, like. Is like an oligarch of Branson. I mean, he owns the Yakov Smirnoff Theater. Which,
I would be hard pressed to think anyone else does.
Which dude, you should get gigs there doing the sound for the shows there.
Fuck yeah,
dude. For a month out of the year, he just does his residency, and the rest of the time he contracts it out to like as a venue.
Fuck yeah, and then he's probably just laying waste to a bunch of divorcees from Midwest.
Hell yeah, dude! Like You can do you could audio engineer for Andy Williams' hologram.
Whoa, dude. Fuck. And here for the 2000th time, Andy Williams.
It's like Andy Williams the fourth.
Oh fuck, man.
It's like a Succession sort of thing, like a hereditary.
Yeah, and they're coming out more and more fucking Habsburg jawed.
Yeah,
coming out more and more deformed. Andy Williams the eighth is just like an egg body with little crab
He's got
limbs.
teeth so big his mouth don't open.
Yeah,
They don't show him in public. Yeah, like
he's like the great wizard. He's behind a curtain.
yeah, he's like that last retard king of Spain that they like had
What last king of Spain.
well, like there was the when shit got so bad in Spain, like that, I think it was Frederick, maybe he was one of the Habsburgs. But if you look up Habsburg jaw on Google, like he's the picture that comes up. His jaw is so big he couldn't like chew his food right, and he was kind of retarded. Apparently, they said he had like one little shriveled up nut and like had no interest in women, but like so they married him off, but he didn't care for his wife, and she just got fat off bonbons and like didn't get any dick.
That's the move, dude.
Then I think he got another wife because they were trying to get him to like procreate, like
this
lost
little
cause
withered
with
up
some like
half-turd
prostitute or something, and he loved this prostitute just on like a I don't think he could not fuck her. There's no way
She
he
was
could
good
fuck her.
conversation, and she let him win checkers.
I mean, she's like, she would probably just like prostitutes are very good with like rolling with the punches and going with the flow.
Tell him when to jump her.
Yeah, think about that. Her people skills, a prostitute versus some like cooped up like queen of another country.
Oh, yeah, dude, for real.
The prostitute's gonna be a lot more personable and like
she's probably way more fun to go on a walk.
She made a career out of like making people happy enough not to like freak out on her. And
right. Well,
it's a dangerous gig,
It's a tough gig.
Mm-hmm.
I hear it's a tough one out there.
Yeah, like that's what I hear. That's what I hear about this. I was thinking about getting into prostitution, but it sounds like too much.
It sounds like too much listening.
Yeah.
It sounds like dealing with a lot of weirdos.
It's basically like being customer service.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I mean, it is like at its most probably like, basic level.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're streamlined customer service all the way from the product to dealing with the,
and some of the
customer
most
questions online.
And, oh God, the most the customers are so fucking.
Dude,
that's what I'm looking for.
Imagine if pimps used like India call hotlines for their like pimp services. It's like, thank you for calling Slims, Pimps, and Hoes.
Yeah, that's like you just like they outsource the pimp band like it's
in India.
Yeah. Like I don't.
Oh, you would like to book Roxy for 6 p.m.?
Hello, my name is Fat Slim. Like they come up with a fake my name is Iceberg Rap Music.
My name is Bishop Persons.
My name is Hip Hop
Singer.
Hip Hop Firearm. They don't fully understand. Like
my name is Little Jonathan.
My name.
I'm calling because you returned one of our models a little bruised, a little beaten.
My name is Sly Type Beat.
My name is Playboy Cardi Type Beat.
Yeah,
Hashtag Playboy Cardi Type Beat.
That's so good. Dude.
Then there's guys that, how dudes make videos of them scamming call centers.
Yeah.
And then they'd scam that call center, calling them a fucking weak stable.
Thing is,
chilly stable full of hard legs.
I looked into these scam things, and they're like a big warehouse full of Chinese people that like are scamming people under the threat of like beatings and physical violence and stuff. Like they're basically like trapped in there. Like they'll take a job.
The callers are trapped in there.
Yeah, the scammers are in this like giant fucking like gauntlet. Like they get their asses kicked all the time. They're like enslaved there. Basically, they have to like pretend to be chicks and like.
Well, dude, they're either doing that or have you seen those bros dunking each other's heads into cow shit? And doing that
those guys.
Dude, I fucking hate that. Dude, that shit pisses me off more than anything. It's so goddamn what's the word I'm looking for?
It's so like what's the meaning of the
putting
word?
me down. You're putting me patronizing.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't understand why they have to like, oh, you couldn't do that yourself, you asshole.
Because that's how everybody acts in Bollywood.
Oh. Like the bro who works too fast and he just fixes fucking food mixers. He pisses me off more than anything.
Yeah, like he's like moving his head off.
If you notice, he fixes only one thing. It's the same model of whatever food blender they use on their fucking street corners, and they all are in poor condition.
I mean, that's a gig over there, though, man. You can't, in a place like that.
Fuck him. I hope the next time he jumps off the top shelf, he rolls his ankle. Because the dude doesn't pick up his workspace. He shows you, oh, look, I got a pot that can break a bunch of dishes. This is like the 5th time I brought this guy up on this show.
No safety glasses either. He's
OSHA unapproved, bro.
But I mean, Indians are all like they're just all like, work for them at any job is like basically like they're like with the guys on the beams in Manhattan back in the day. Like except they're in flip-flops. You ever seen like all the construction workers in flip-flops are on scaffolding, like standing on all this unsafe shit, like welding and flip-flops on like
using their big toenail to hold the fucking iron.
yeah, and like they're on something that's only as wide as their foot, like, and they're crouching down.
Hardly safe. Dude, I finally found the video we talked about a while ago.
Ants that build a bridge above themselves to let the other ants cross.
Yeah, they sacrifice their own body for the greater good of the building.
Dude, I love that old 4chan post. It's like a flag of India, and it says second biggest film industry in the world, 0 good movies.
Dude, so I talked about this a while ago, and I finally found the video, but I don't know if I ever showed you straight for, but look at this work accident.
Bro. Jesus Christ. I mean, like... your face touching that thing?
Gone, dude. Your face is immediately vaporized.
Oh, my God. He's lucky he didn't stick to it. Like, if he would have been like...
I showed some dude at work this video. He's like, did the helmet melt through his fucking skull?
It probably could have. I mean, like...
It's the video of the dude getting that molten ball shot.
It's so hot, like it threw him off, basically. Like
dude, it hits him in his shins, and it just fucking cauterizes his whole front.
Well, what are they trying to do here? They're trying to press this. Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
Exactly. That one's a good one.
They got it on there sideways,
dude.
That's crazy, dude. Yo.
So yesterday, all right. So a couple of things. Give me my phone.
How hot do you think that thing is?
I'm so glad I finally got I got my brain cooking, and now I'm mad at you. I'm fucking pissed off at you, and I'm going to tell you why. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why.
Lay it on me. I'm going to go heel. I'm going
to tell you why. Dude, I cannot get on the Instagram at work or in public, period, because there's some big-titted midget head freak bitch you follow. No, yes. I would
never follow a midget.
No, she's not a midget. She's got the head of a midget. It's like, dude, she's got the peanut head and then this weird Ukrainian poison body.
She's a Slav.
Yeah, she's awful. She's got fucking midget teeth and a midget head.
Bro, at this point in my life, this is anti-Balkan fucking.
Follow it on your own account. I opened the podcast account.
Thirst traps on my account.
It's just gigantic Slavic titties, and half of them look like they got fucking beaten.
It's half my account too, so I can follow whatever I want.
This is such bullshit. Fuck you. Then I'm gonna start following a bunch of anime profiles, a bunch of BattleBot profiles.
I'm fine with that.
I hate you so much. God damn it.
And I try, I know you, I don't mind following some titty accounts because I know you've unfollowed my titty accounts.
I unfollow so many
so
titty
I
accounts.
Cycle in some new ones.
I know, dude. I noticed these new titties just keep popping in.
I'm so bored by conventional, conventionally attractive women,
These women look so fucking natural goobers.
I mean,
they look nuts, dude.
They're Russians. Give them a break.
Their eyes are on the other side of their heads.
Western European fucking ethnocentrism.
They look like fucking geckos, dude. They don't look like people. It's nuts.
Russophobia. That's all I'm hearing.
Is that what it is? Well, call me russophobic. Oh, fuck. Ow, the torch. Ow. But no, I went on the other day and I was mesmerized with this bitch's horrible looking head. It was her fucking, just this projection screen forehead is so big. And it's just videos of her like looking over her shoulder retardedly.
I find her, I find her charming.
That's so insulting when a woman is charming.
What? Then it's not like that's just I'm just being sort of I'm being what's the word I'm being not modest, but I'm being
chivalry.
I'm being a gentleman here.
The chivalry.
Women get their gorgeous comments all the time, but like
gorgeous.
But when you come up with something they don't hear every now and again, like
I think you're charming.
A girl like that would take that, would really like that to be called charming.
She would Google it and get the fucking dictionary definition of it, and then be like, "This man is so sweet to me."
Yeah, exactly.
Let me go put my big Ruski teeth around his cock.
Although I would never date an actual like Russian from Russia, because they're all materialistic and like. I don't know if she actually is Russian, but she's probably from one of those any other former Soviet state. Or
Russians are materialistic, huh?
Russians are, I think, because it's like a pendulum swing, like overcorrection from communism, where like. They, couldn't have anything, and now
they want everything.
Yeah, and you've seen 90 Day Fiance too.
Yeah, the Russians are crazy.
Yeah, the Russians are just a bunch of black widows that are trying to get you to kill yourself, basically.
Yeah, they're just going to berate you and feed you cold soup until you die.
They think too highly of themselves too, because they were basically the top head honchos of the Soviet Union. So if you get one of those like former other like Soviet or Iron Curtain states, they'll be a lot better. What's Trump's wife? She seems like a good wife. Like she's Slovenian, but
she seems obedient.
No, she's Slovenian.
She seems like she's
definitely not obedient.
Wear you down.
I'm just saying I think she's a good mother. She obviously cares about her child. And
dude, well, Barron's like 7 foot tall.
Yeah, I know, and and he's the only like Trump child that's not a complete freak of nature, like a absolute deformed fucking.
Dude, I mean, the rest of them look fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's been so another little curve. I've been finding myself bored as hell and just digging myself into fucking Instagram holes that are terrible. There's the worst rabbit holes I can find. And like, for the past few weeks, I was on those phantom pains on VR and those people. And that was riveting stuff. And now I don't know how my algorithm switched to
those
this.
people are so ridiculous. Like
well, I mean, that stuff is fucking craziness, because it's like the people who literally they are literally in VR for almost 20 hours a day. I live in VR. This is my job.
People fall asleep in VR, and then like I've seen one where someone falls asleep and a bunch of people surround them and all scream and wake them up. Like
got his ass.
Yeah, like
the new one I've been fucking I can't stop watching is this Instagram page called Pred Catch, and it's after the whole video they go through and they catch the predator. It's just the fucking them beating the hell out of these dudes, but it's like weird. It's like hard edits of without any context, just some dude getting slapped. Then the next one is him running out of Target and getting tripped through a display. And the video starts over. It's like fucking 10 seconds into some dude getting worked. It is crazy. Like, I can't fucking stop watching them.
Those videos I hate pedos as much as the next guy, but like I have a hard time watching
disgusting
those.
About
it's
this.
It's because they're. I think the people making them, they're not doing it because they like care about like children. They're doing it because they know those are the type of people that you can do whatever you want to, and that's what I feel like makes it dirty. Is like they're finding someone who like is like it's society allows to like basically do whatever they want. And there's something very kind of like nasty
about,
and
gross. It's something very similar to like cops abuse. Like a cop becomes like a shitty dude becomes a cop to abuse the power type of thing.
They're doing it because they enjoy hurting people.
Yeah, dude. Dude, it was crazy because some of the dudes admit to what they've done and they're like, all right, you smacked the shit out of me, hit me, whatever, just don't, call the cops. And then one dude will hit him and then some other dude just comes out of nowhere and with the hammer of God slaps the royal fuck out of this old guy. And listen, the guy's a predator, but this man is pushing almost elderly age.
Yeah, it's like, and
you can't
like,
just
just call the cops. If you're gonna do that weird shit, just call the
out of a fucking old guy.
Plus, you never know when like one of these guys is gonna show up with a gun too, and just like gat everybody and face himself. Like,
yeah, dude, and
Who knows? It's just for your own safety, and also like it's.
And what's also crazy is how on earth are these predators getting suckered into going to Target and Walmart constantly? Dude, if you're talking to, I don't want to give any advice out there, but if I had been talking to someone shady, I wouldn't continually go to the fucking shooting the shooting range.
Well, the thing about in America, there's no third places anymore. You got to go basically to like a big box store, like just some strip mall,
True.
And also you ever it's like when you're like all of a sudden you're so horny, like it's not for OnlyFans, but then cancel your credit card afterwards.
Well, of course,
it's like for that they get that, except like. To like meet the alleged child, they get like horny brain, boner brain,
God,
and like,
gross.
And I think that's why they're less able to like
see through the trap.
Yeah, they're it's like
disgusting.
Because
getting so horny brained that you get by you get trapped or scammed by an
you could
internet
conceivably think like a child would ever want to like meet you or
talk
and
how
to
on
you.
earth would this child be there without any adult or supervision?
It's like
that's what's crazy to me. These dudes are so horny brained that they can't even think pure logic.
Yeah, it's
that's nuts.
It's they're
so maybe some of them deserve to get the shit absolutely whipped.
They deserve it, but I don't necessarily think that
the dudes who are dishing it out are the ones who.
Yeah, I give no props to they deserve it, but I give no props to the guys dishing it out and
hunting for
them because
the hunting for them is a little weird to me.
It is. It's like it's
you got to have some sort of not elaborate, but some sort of. You got to be pretty actively catfishing, so you got to be spending I'm spending all my time. It's
such a dark headspace and and just terrible use of your time. Really, it's imagine it's like there's imagine some guys are doing it probably as a starting probably because they got molested or something, and you can tell the difference. A lot of the early guys, you could tell something happened to them, and that's why they do it. But then a lot of the later guys and stuff like that huge dude, like Alex Rosen, I think, with the beard, he's one of the biggest top
Is he like a bodybuilder or is he jacked or something?
He's just like you or me, just like a gigantic guy, and he's like 20 or 19 years old, but looks like 40.
Yeah, and he's just a physically daunting guy.
Yeah, he's the guy who caught the that one YouTuber, the black guy for the Phillies fan, the fat black dude who would rant about the Eagles and stuff.
Oh yeah,
E something.
Yeah, he got him.
Yeah, I think he got him, and that dude. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Just the whole. Spending too much time on the internet, I think, is pretty poisonous.
Yeah, definitely, and
to where here we are with a pod, but if you trying to become an internet personality is one of the most soul sucking things I've ever seen.
And then did you hear about the one predator sting, or that some college kids in a dorm set up, and they tried to sting and expose a 21-year-old for coming to meet an 18-year-old. And they chased him to his
that's
out of the place.
That's not a good sting.
That's above board.
That's a bad sting.
Yeah, that's not a sting. It's not a catch.
No, that's just catfishing some guy over to beat him up.
Yeah, beat him up for dating someone reasonably younger than him.
Nuts.
In a college town, it's. But there are certain, I feel Gen Z people who think 3 years is a inappropriate age gap.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah, I mean, listen, when I was a kid, I got hella pissed when older dudes dated girls in my grade, so I get it.
Yeah,
and those dudes were only 1 year older than me, so they were fucking geezers up on my shit. Yeah, geezers walking around on my pussy.
Exactly. But see, you never want to date women your own age because they can see through your. Yeah, they know the facade. Like,
dude, they've seen me be a big faggot. They see me not be able to read in class. Like, they've seen me fail spelling tests.
I'm a big Wizard of Oz curtain. Fucking.
Yeah, dude, they've seen me drop the ball fucking
like
many a times. I could never date a girl,
especially like if.
And here I am living and dating a girl my age.
Who's older by like a couple months?
Shannon's older than me.
That's.
Yeah, dude.
That
I got a cougar.
That's a good cradle robber.
Cradle robber. Fucking got a coug, bro.
It's like the Graduate.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. We just play Mrs. Robinson every day I come home.
Fuck yeah.
We set a mirror so it looks like I can see the camera that's like aiming at me. If that makes any sense to you. I come home and I can see through myself through a little mirror between her legs at me. You know, the fucking cover shot? Yeah. We recreate that every single day.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And then,
dude.
Graduate. The Graduate's, it's a solid movie. Like, you ever seen that one?
No, but I'll tell you one thing.
Dude, it's kind of like a complete like boomer like wish fulfillment, have your cake and eat it too fantasy.
Oh, like you meet some hot old lady and she just wants you and she's hot.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is like they're the next door neighbors and he's like her husband, Mr. Robinson, is trying to set up him with their daughter. Like
so instead of he gets the daughter too. Though?
He gets the daughter in the end. He interrupts her wedding and Shanghai's her away.
Oh, is that the typical like wedding?
I think it was kind of one of the first ones of those
hijack scene. Yeah. Like no,
it's that one. Yeah, okay. But there is a cool thing about the Graduate.
Does he still get in the mom though?
Oh, yeah, he gets in the mom before the daughter. And, like,
whoa!
First, he takes the daughter on a date because he has to and treats her like shit to try and get her to not like him.
Hell yes,
and, of course, it doesn't work because it always makes women want you more.
I mean, of course.
Women love to be, like, iced out.
Women love getting cold-shouldered.
They don't like when you, like...
they don't like to be liked.
Yeah.
They hate to be liked, dude.
In my experience.
Bro.
But,
so I wanted to get to... be like a little topic swap, but not so much. Shannon's been saying the craziest things to me, like when she's not really, like when we're completely relaxed at home, we're watching TV. I tried to pop on Yellow Jackets, and she goes, I kind of hate TV shows that have only women casts because they don't go anywhere. Nothing happens. They can't get anything done. They just complain about the things that had happened to them in the past.
And then, like, the only, like, thing that changes is, like, the interpersonal dramas. Like,
yeah, that's it. Nothing moves forward. It's just a shit pile getting more shitted up. And then she goes, I popped something else on, and it was right away, like, a lady talking about being a victim or something, and Shannon, started to roll over and go to bed. I'm like, oh, you don't want to watch this? She goes, women talking about being victimized makes me tired. I don't give a shit.
It is kind of old hat,
it's too one note.
Dude, I mean, like, don't women have anything else to talk about?
I mean,
or make movies about?
For real, it's just the same sad note being played over and over.
Dude,
she's been killing me with some of the funniest shit I've ever heard.
What happened to this woman? Do you remember?
I mean, it was enough to have a documentary made about it. It was a woman who had been fucking wronged by some assailant in one way or another, but it did not thrill the audience.
I would not want a whole documentary made about some time I got hoodwinked or like
bamboozled
or bested. Yeah. Believe me, I've been bamboozled too, and the last thing I want is a feature-length documentary about it.
Yeah, dude, with a dramatization reenactment.
Oh God, like I can only imagine who they get to play me. Like, hopefully it'd be a fucking what's his name, fucking who's the guy who played fucking Richard Jewell?
I was about to say, the guy from I, Tonya. The idiot from I, Tonya.
Dude, no, he would. That's the only guy I want playing me in a movie. Because honestly, he'd do a great job.
He'd be great.
He'd be perfect.
He'd be wonderful.
Yeah, like you get his I, Tonya character's closer to me than like any than Richard Jewell though.
I'm
because Richard Jewell actually like cared about
cared about safety, cared about America, cared about his job.
He's the worst like coworker and security guard ever, but it just so happened that he like that terrorist attack was the best thing that ever happened to him. Not really though, because he got blamed for it right away because he like people thought he was such a loser. There's no way that like he actually like was right once like.
Yeah, dude, they didn't think that he'd be right about that misplaced backpack.
Because it's like, like Richard Jewell, he was the type of guy who got fired from being a campus security officer for like pulling people over and like detaining them and shit and like going abusing the shit out of his power.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and like they wouldn't let him be a cop because he's like
because he's pulling over kids
couldn't
for
pass
nothing.
Like the psych exam.
Jesus Christ. It's like what's movie Observe and Report?
That's basically what like Richard Jewell's like, like that's almost one for one. Like
really, wow.
Yeah, because like the dude who's just like speaks in like over the walkie, all like and official and like probably uses NATO fucking alphabet. And
Jesus Christ, bro!
He reported that backpack too, and nobody gave a shit or wanted to like
no one
even
fucking cared at all.
Shut
up, Jewell.
Yeah, and then like he goes over and checks it out and sees, opens it up, sees a giant plate and like a big device in there. And
opens it up and he sees a giant ticking clock. It's just a big,
kind of what it was like
big alarm clock with bells.
It literally was like the thing is, it got knocked over by some drunk kids, and that made the blast
like half its size.
Like. Yeah, it blew up in the wrong direction.
Right, because half the explosion went into the ground.
Yeah, it had a back plate that was supposed to blow it like forward towards like the bulk of the crowd.
And what was the event? Was it a fucking Olympic or something?
Yeah, it was the Olympic Games in Atlanta, and it was a concert by like who was playing? It was
Keith Urban.
Dude, no, it was someone hilarious. It was fuck. Let me look it up real quick.
Damn, that's pretty good. Because I mean. I still have been laughing about. I hate to rehash old things, but when you run into a speed bump through the hits, that fucking Oklahoma City car accident.
Oklahoma City misunderstanding.
Yeah, the Oklahoma misunderstanding. I kept laughing at Slim McVeigh being a pimp. The Slim McVeigh pimp's awesome. God damn it.
Slim McVeigh.
Oh, dude. And yesterday I was on a kick. I couldn't stop. I don't know why I kept telling you about Clegg Anderson. I want to make this guy happen. Clegg Anderson, the oldest adopted son.
Did his name get misspelled on?
No, I was playing video games and with one headphone on, and I don't know what
short
Shannon
for something.
No, I don't know, but Shannon was watching something. The name Clegg kept popping up. I couldn't stop laughing at Clegg.
Clegg is what a curse of a name. It's like you're never going to be heard right. Like when you're
dude, it's Craig, but with an L.
Like imagine like every time you have to tell someone your name, like. It's like
hey Clegg.
Yeah, it's like me though when I have to like spell my middle name or say my middle name, everybody thinks like damn.
Yeah.
Because
dude, if your parents named you Frank Damn
that'd be sick as fuck.
Dude, you could easly
Frank Damn Williams.
With a name like that, you wouldn't even have to show your tape. You could open for Bruce tomorrow.
Bro, like they call me Damn.
Call him Damn. You go up there, you got a blazer that's the size of a fucking queen fucking bed cover. It's fucking huge. It's even big on you. Yeah, you look like Big Pun in the 2000s.
I need to like I need to like press the shoulders up to like be able to walk.
You look like a fucking of fat talking heads.
Yeah.
The
like,
suit's still just.
They can't tell how fat I am though.
No one has a clue.
They just have to like assume from my head and just
they try and guess where your knees are bending and where your elbows.
I airbrush my double chin out. airbrush myself into the Chad face.
You airbrush it out, then you airbrush like elbow dimples or some like fat accessory that no one can figure out your weight.
Yeah, I'm wearing like the Halloween like muscle suit, like it's green though because it's the Hulk.
Dude, I saw this video of some guy walking around tricking people in like China or something. He's like a 9-foot tall Middle Eastern guy, but he wears like Thanos cosplay muscles. He's kind of like a big schlub, but he puts on these muscles and walks around Chinatown, and all these people are like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it. You've only ever seen Chinese people your entire life, and then you see that guy.
Yeah, the only thing that you've ever seen that was big was a dragon made of 9 guys.
Yeah, and that's more horizontally big than vertically big.
So you see this guy, and you think he's got to be at least 4 guys.
Yeah, like the government's been preparing me for this.
And it was
the first thing they would think is, can we eat him?
Yeah. Does it cook?
Yeah, it's the old Chinese proverb, like, Adam and Eve weren't Chinese because if they were, they would have eaten the snake.
It wouldn't have been told by no animal. No, they would have gobbled it up.
Yeah, just fucking chop its head or eat it alive.
Dude, yeah, Eve or Eva-san would have heard that snake hiss at her and just grabbed it and slammed its head against a rock like a chimpanzee. They would have cut that thing up into rolls, bro.
Dude, yeah, like not like the Chinese people. They're like
they're survivors.
They're in their like jazz fusion era of culinary arts.
They're bitches brew
they're like cubists for cooking. Like they're fully like
they're Miles Davis's third.
It's like
coming.
John Cage type shit. Like they're deconstructing what it is to like mean food.
Fuck. It's a mix of vestigial art and Picasso cubism.
Yeah, it's like when he makes that those fucking symphonies where you just only play the reed of a saxophone and shit. Or
what's the guy who's the saxophone player who just does the noises?
Hey, yeah, baby, I play an instrument. That guy, like,
baby, you want to hear some music?
Yeah, we can. You can only look cool playing the sax if you wear shades because people can't tell your eyes are bugging out.
Yeah, dude, you either got to close your eyes or if you have your eyes open, you're trying to serenade a bitch with your saxophone, your eyes is bloodshot red.
Your lips have to be funnied in order to play it.
You start to get that big vein in your forehead.
Yeah, and it's very loud, the instrument too. So like it's like
more annoying than
it's hurting her eardrums. Yeah,
she's not even turned on.
No, she's just like in physical discomfort from
yeah, dude.
Because like she's sitting on a couch here in front of her, and the bell is like just right in front of her face. And
yeah, the hooker you paid for, her trying to serenade, is getting mad.
Her ears and nose start bleeding.
She calls her Indian pimp to call you on the hotline.
Dude,
hello, will you please quit playing saxophone to my bitch?
But then, like, you realize it's like red light cameras. Like, it's not the government. You don't even have to pay those. As soon as people realize that, what are the Indians going to do? Come get you,
dude. Exactly. Did I tell the story on here or to you how I got one of the first, like, my first week at my new job? I was getting scammed by a catfish email.
Jack Mack and the Heart Attack. That's who was playing when the bomb went off. Yeah.
So going back to the Richard Jewell attack.
Yeah, sorry, I meant to get back to that. Like, because I remember in the movie with Paul Walter Hauser. That's the guy who plays him, and that's who's going to play me in the movie. Like, he's like, all right, Jack Mack and the Heart Attack. I love this band.
You're listening to the song, the song, you hear some ticking off beat, and you're like, wait a minute, what the hell is that?
Well, he sees it because he notices the crowd of drunk scallywags who are like, kind of like
they're being
sort of, yeah, they're just being like sort of rowdy, and he sees them and he watches them kick over the bag by accident and then sees the abandoned bag.
Oh, and no one goes to
hones in on
bag.
that. Like, well, if it's an abandoned bag, you gotta like call that in, and he wants to create a perimeter immediately, which was the right move. But God, imagine like it's so funny. Like they thought just he's such a loser. There's no way he solved an actual terrorist attack. This guy, it's definitely like a false hero sort of complex.
Jesus,
like which they called him Bubba the Bomber. They just found these photos of him and like camo.
They just started calling him Bubba the Bomber.
That's what the newspapers called him because the people were convinced that he did it because in L.A. there was a fake terror. There was a terrorist attack that wound up being the guy who
called it in.
Yeah,
so they thought it was a repeat.
And the FBI
situation.
gets tunnel vision. It's they thought they didn't realize they're dealing with Eric Rudolph, who's one of the the craziest domestic terrorists we ever had. You should watch that. I think it's what's that? It's not Mindhunter, but there was a Manhunt, the show Manhunt, and the first season was Ted Kaczynski. The second one was Eric Rudolph. There was a weird thing though where they might not be grouped together.
Who's Eric Rudolph?
Eric Rudolph is the guy. He would bomb a bunch of abortion clinics. He's the actual perpetrator of the Atlanta bombing, and he also the thing about him is he was living in the woods, in the this deep woods national parks, on the run from the government for years. They couldn't catch him for years. No, he was actually living with no home out there. They knew who he was and they were looking for him, but he was out in the woods surviving for years. And it's crazy that he survived multiple years out in the deep ass Appalachian woods and stuff. And they finally caught him one night because he was starving and snuck into town and got in the Taco Bell dumpster, and they found him in there.
Oh, they found him being a raccoon digging in.
Yeah.
Dude, come on now.
People were helping him though, by sympathetic people dropping off supplies in the woods and stuff because they didn't know that he did the Atlanta bombing. They thought he was a right-wing ideologue, because he was known for bombing abortion clinics at first, and people were yeah, that's kind of righteous and stuff, but he actually didn't care about anything. He didn't care about abortion. He just wanted to he just
really
thought people were ants and that he could do whatever he wanted and outsmart everybody. And so he didn't want people to. But it actually came out later that he did the.
What's
Atlanta
this called now?
Manhunt. Eric Rudolph. I can't remember. It's
Speaking of people thinking that they're better than anybody.
Manhunt's one word, I think.
Yeah, we'll get this. Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. So, did I tell you how I almost got catfished?
Go on.
So I get my job, and I'm, getting all my shit set up, my accounts. They give me a work laptop, and because we're doing on this program to scan in and out inventory for shows and everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at my work email, and I have a new email. I'm like, shit, dude. A couple new emails. I'm like, shit. If I'm going to take myself seriously, or if anyone's ever going to take me professionally or seriously, I ought to be more responsive to my emails. And I look at it and it says, hey, Alex, welcome to the company, blah, 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 blah. I would like for you to do a task for me, whatever, signed my boss's name. Mm-hmm. And I was like, huh. But what it said was if you can give me a text and whatever. And instead of just doing that, I went upstairs and I go, yo, boss, did you you need me to do something for you? And he goes, no. And this is one of the bosses.
Good on you.
So
great instincts.
Well, there's two dudes, and one dude's pretty active with what's happening. The other guy is more of the corporate side, and he's selling shows. He's running he's big business upstairs. Yeah. So I don't really cross his path hardly ever. So I went up there, and it's why the fuck? Did you need me? The way he looked at me was no. It was just so soul crushing. I felt like a retard just to go up there. But I did.
If he would probably be give me props for.
Well, I should have. But instead, I should have told everyone I was getting catfish. But instead, I was embarrassed that I even fell for that bait. And the dude asked me, he goes, "Hey, I want you to do a task for me. A bunch of people in the company have been doing a good job. I'd like for you to go get me some Amazon gift cards." And I was like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, look, dude, don't here's the thing. Don't be embarrassed because you literally you did what you were supposed to do. Tell everybody that there's because you never know when someone someone can be caught at a weak moment, and your boss will be happy that because no matter how outlandish something is, it probably looks good on you to let him know that that's happening.
I mean, I let my immediate boss know. I let Kyle Shane know. I let everyone know. But I did after going up saying, "Hey, do you need me?" and him saying no, and then me faking a reason for me to be up there and left. I've just felt like I was embarrassed and like a loser. But it was super funny because right out of the gate, I just had a new email and they were signing it off using my boss's email tag.
which
was funny, and that's why I immediately
have a breach in their like.
Maybe
how do they know like who's?
Well, it's some dude just using his name and then copying how we sign off emails.
And he knows somehow that you're new to the company. Or?
They saw that there was a new email made under that domain, whatever.
Yeah.
So then I guess it's just spam mail, whatever. And I immediate red flag. The number that he had told me to text it wasn't my boss's number at all. And I was like, okay, maybe I should have read. And that's where me not reading a thing all the way through. Because I'll read I'm a headliner. I'll read the headlines and that's what I know. But if I get down to that fine print to find out that this was like a 1-+4987, I was like, wait, this isn't even an American number.
Yeah. Dude, like it's that's so funny. Like they literally like print like, hey, this is the police or the FBI. Like we're coming to arrest you. You missed jury duty. We're coming to arrest you unless you
give us
Steam gift cards over the phone.
Unless you call us and give us gift cards.
Yeah. Like
one time when I was a kid, I thought I was like it was early, and I hadn't really caught on to internet shit. But like I knew.
I mean, it's gotten so much worse recently.
Some dude or some email scam like you're getting caught with illegal child pornography because of this like Pornhub blah 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 blah, and you're facing federal time unless you give us $200-$300 Amazon gift cards. I was like, holy shit.
Unless you buy us 3 months of Xbox Live.
If I don't give these dudes 2 separate payments, $300, my ass is going to jail.
You're going in the pokey. You're going... Dude, you're...
I remember that time. I remember that specific time getting so panicked, I almost called. I can't remember who I almost called, but like I almost panicked and called either my parents or JD, or I might have almost called the cops to turn myself in. I can't remember what it was, because I shut this one. It's so embarrassing. I shut the whole incident out, but I remember distinctly I had like a malware or whatever on my computer is telling me that they were calling the cops on me unless.
I mean, like, the thing is, it's meant to catch you, like, when you're in your, like, jack-off state of mind.
Yeah, dude, I got a handful of lotion. I'm not thinking about realism.
Exactly, you're running pure lizard brain. You see you're getting accused of that,
dude,
like,
imagine,
you immediately want to, like...
Imagine, have you ever been jerking off and the door opens or you're about to get caught or anything like that? Imagine it's way worse because it's the device you're using is now telling me I'm going to jail. That's the worst way to get caught.
Oh, man, the cops caught me jacking off.
My computer turned me into the cops unless I give these dudes 2 Xbox Live redeeming cards.
Oh, how convenient the government takes Amazon gift cards.
I'm so thrilled. I can pay for my government federal offense charges in Amazon gift cards.
Yeah, like anybody out there, take it from someone who knows. The police never tell you that they're going to arrest you.
Oh, almost never.
And they'll never call you either.
Yeah, and they won't warn you that what your offense was. In fact, they'll arrest you, then tell you your offense.
Exactly. See,
never the other way around.
They'll never and also this is at least in this region, but the power company is closed on the weekends. If anybody ever calls saying we're coming to shut off your power, first of all, they're lying if it's the weekend. Second of all, it's lying because take it from somebody who also knows they never warn you when they shut off your power.
They just
do it. Like, and you get no chance to pay it off while they're on the way.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
Take it from a guy who's had his power shut off buku times.
They don't call you and say, "Hey, we're gonna shut your shit off unless."
I'm. You know how they say 10,000 hours of anything to become like a master at it. I'm a master of having my power cut off.
I was born in the dark.
Yes.
I'm old.
Bro, I know.
Dude, there's so many times at the old house I'd come back, or I'd come over to hang out, and I'd catch your dad like with a headlamp walking around. I'm like, yo, what's up? He's like, nothing, just putting power back to the house. I'm like, huh? And I'm watching him fucking like completely pirate power off of these lines.
Yeah, dude, and someone called the police one time because they thought he was like dead on the front lawn, but he was just laying on his stomach trying to reach the water switch with the pole. He was like the water shut off valve. Like he was laying on his stomach like with his head to the side on the front lawn because like he had a long pole. He thought he did like a heart attack, was passed out on the front lawn. But no, he was just illegally turning our water back on. He made a tool out of it's like like the type of pole that's round for like a stop sign, that sort of thing, and he cut two just little trenches out of it, so it became like little screwdrivers that you can do like valve stems and stuff. Yeah, he just along one of them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's been. You can.
Hey, I think this guy's dead in his front yard. Hello, police.
Yeah, please come. We're like all fucking. My dad's hiding. It's like the police. He would always he got so good at evading them. They're so angry all the time. Because one time he was up at a customer's house, jump starting a car, and he saw some police down at the end of the street, basically waiting for him, to come back home, and he just left his car and walked through the woods and walked home, and so he never came when they were waiting there for him forever.
I mean, I wish your dad was here so I could.
We need to do another episode with him.
Oh, big time, because I don't want to overstep my
Dude,
bounds.
he also doesn't have a job right now, so he's unchained. He's
good lord,
bigger, unfiltered, bigger, longer, uncut,
longer and uncut. Dude.
Yeah.
There's one time your dad calls me, he goes, "Hey, buddy, I need you." I'm like, "Why are you whispering?" He's like, "Don't worry about it. I just need you to come to this pen." I'm like, "Oh." He gives me a pen, and I come. I pull up, and he just walks from between two houses and gets in the car and then reclines it back and is like, "All right, take me home."
Was that right around the time we moved out of Chesterfield?
It was a little bit before, but it was something had happened.
Because I think I had dropped him off for that clandestine mission. I was
no. This is a different mission, because I remember the one I think that you're talking about.
Where I dropped him off on Ladue and he walked up.
No. This one is. He was hawing around at Walmart, and he's getting actual groceries, but I think they were wise to just one or two things that he wasn't going to pay for, and he ended up just leaving the whole cart and left because they were like,
"No, this situation was weird because he actually paid for some tires or something, but then they accused him of not, and it was a big fucking ordeal.
It was a big ordeal, and he was like, "Well, I'm just going to leave before the cops get here, run my shit, and know that there might be a warrant, or I'm not doing something."
Certainly is.
So your dad just was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom," and he just kept walking and left through the fucking fire exit, and he walked across Manchester and hid under some fucking trees in a deck. Dude, I came and got him, and he was like, "All right, man, get me home."
Dude,
because I think this time, because he was getting groceries, and I believe your mom was pissed because he was taking too long and didn't have groceries.
I mean, that's every time he goes to get groceries, but
but this particular one was so funny to me because he wasn't doing anything wrong. There's just a small miscommunication that
he was probably taking too long already.
Well, yeah, but the small miscommunication at Walmart couldn't have been solved without, I guess, a fucking. It was just too confusing.
Well, the person, the Walmart worker was on one, and they were just going full retard, and
so
he
just vanished, and I think he left his car, he left everything there.
Yeah, Mo. Yeah, you got to
absolutely.
But you just disappeared, and
the man's a survivor.
Exactly. He's. Whenever he does get arrested, he's a heart patient, so he immediately says, "Take me to the hospital." And the cops don't want to hang out at the hospital and that stuff. And his if he gets to go to his doctor too, his doctor always takes custody of him basically. And then my dad just walks out, and I got to pick him up walking down the fucking highway out of the hospital as soon as the coast is clear.
He's in a gown. His ass is showing.
So many times I've had to tell him drop your location and don't move, because he'll just
keep walking.
Yeah. And it's hard as fuck to find him, and
he's in the it's old school cats. He lived a long life before there were cell phones, so he just had to get to point B.
Yeah, but this point B was longer than he should ever walk with his health, and
true.
Also it's I'm out there looking for him, and there was a thing his phone was about to die or something. I'm just drop your location and don't move. I'll be there in a minute. And
so I talk about my boy Bow, Biggity Bow.
Yeah.
So Biggity hits me up. He goes, "Yo, what are you doing?" I'm just chilling at home, and he's mixing at the Midwest tonight. and he's mixing a girl that I've mixed before. He goes, "Yo, I totally fucked this bitch." I'm like, "Nice, dude, nice, big time." And he goes, "Small tits, fat ass combo, pink nipple cherry on top." Bow's the motherfucking man. I fucking love Bow.
A crazy conversation, like,
dude. Well, the one time I didn't know his phone number. We just talked through Facebook, and he texts me. He goes, "Hey, is this Alex?" I'm like, "Who's this?" He goes, "If this is Alex, say it." I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Say the N-word." I'm like, "What the fuck, bro?" Listen, guy. Just because you know that I listen to some edgy comedians doesn't mean I just go flippantly tossing it out.
He's got his shit hooked up to two like guys like with headphones on and a big reel to reel running, trying to capture some compromise.
Because he told me he was doing it. He was mixing a
got you on speakerphone in front of everybody.
Pretty much like, "Listen, check. I can get him to say it." So he was mixing a stand-up comedian, and he leans in and he goes, the next weekend he was doing the mix for the comedian, and he goes, "I can't wait to see him, dude. He's one of those white dudes who always says the N-word." I'm like, "Bow, what? Is this something you like?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, yeah." I'm like, "All right, chill. And then I guess he thought me just saying that's cool is me agreeing with that's something I do. Like, no, bro.
And this is like also, it's very, very like I guess it's man of like simple pleasures. I guess like me. I gotta have some big like elaborate like dance around the N-word for it to be funny. Like I just saying it's kind of like.
Well, and he's also of the thing since he's Vietnamese. He's like, "Oh well, I'm Asian. I can say it."
That's
like,
true. One, yes, you can, but two, just
well, dude, sometimes
actions have you. Yes, you can physically like
Sure, anyone could
with your vocal cords say it, but
there's times like, and I'm like Bow is begged to be on the show, so he doesn't mind what I say. But there's times I'm like, we're sure. There's times we're doing like a setup for a gig or something, and I just hear like a cat meow, like a meow. He gets closer and he's not meowing, he's just saying it really high pitched. I'm like, "Nah, dude, you can't be doing that. If we're the only two in the room, you cannot do. I do not want to get lumped into this. This is my fucking job, bro." Bow's a freelancer. He don't give a fuck. He's anywhere, dude. Bow, like, he's nuts. He's constantly working.
I want to meet this cat. Like,
you would love him.
I'm sure I would. I'm sure it's probably like, I guess if you're like, I don't know how long he's been here. Like it's like, but if we moved to Australia, like how everyone's gun shy about the word abo over there. But like because it's like basically like I just would be the equivalent of saying hard R right there in Australia.
Yeah, right there and then.
They really, really.
They don't like goofy nicknames for slurs over there.
It'll just full record. Well,
so
no, they love
Aboriginal.
They love goofy nicknames, goofy slurs, but you just can't like.
Right.
It's very taboo to say them. Like it's like full record scratch moment.
True.
But Aboriginal is that might be a little bit of a dated term. Like I think they might go by indigenous now. Like indignants.
Indignants? Is that for real, dude?
No, it just sounds the same. It sounds similar. Indignant peoples, dude.
We're trying to preserve.
I'm willing to replace Columbus Day with Indignant Peoples Day. Who would like Indignant Peoples Day? We'd have like Van Morrison would be celebrated because like Van Morrison like makes some of those like beautiful music ever, but apparently it's just such like a prickly cocksucker that nobody like nobody can get along with him. Like he's just such a fucking dickhead. Yeah,
that's
like
awesome.
And like it's crazy. Like it made like nobody like you look up like biographies of him or like look up the Astral Weeks, like any sort of like critics response and everything, and they always mention his temperament and stuff because he makes this beautiful music, but he's impossible to get along with, and he's just an utter cocksucker.
Damn. Well, I mean, yeah, we were talking about fucking John Lennon on the drive over here.
John Lennon could at least be a bro, and he could bro down. If you watch the 10-hour Beatles doc,
he can bro, but dude, Van Morrison can't even bro with nobody.
Van Morrison, no, people will bro with him and just like sort of grit and bear it just to like be able to like collaborate and stuff. But like it's like he wears you out.
Brutal.
Like he's apparently like it's you know, his like his iconic album like Astral Weeks and stuff, like he's like I hate those string sections. They've ruined it. And the track listing is wrong. Like, and people's like, this is a perfect album, and he still shits on it. When he performed it in his track
really?
sequence. Yeah.
Oh fuck! So and the entire crowd was waiting for one thing.
And those string sections are beautiful too. Like, because like they basically like the
what an indignant asshole,
dude. I mean, it's just a complete cocksucker. Like the fact, like, well, the thing, but he made that one album just to like. He was like, he owed the mob like an album or something, and like made just the worst album of like the worst songs ever, like the Ringworm song, just to like as a fuck you to kind of like fill his contract. And then he skipped town to Boston from New York and hit out, and like and they as revenge they put out that fuck you album.
Oh fuck!
And so it's like barely rhythmic, him just saying, "I'm sorry to tell you, you've got ringworm," and it's like just these absurd, stupid like. Not even that musical songs. Like
nice.
He just says, "Okay, you want an album? I'll give you an album." And
so then they decided, since he did that, they were like, "Well, we'll release it and we'll fuck up your entire career."
Yeah, like as an attempt to fuck up his career, and then like he skipped down to Boston because that was when he was with them in New York. Like he's like the guy who owned the record label,
as in the
the band.
Yeah,
like they did.
But you meant like the Italians.
He was basically.
So he was contractually locked down by the Italians.
Yeah, by the Italians. Like, and he made just, you know.
Gotcha. Some of the worst crap.
Yeah, made just an album of shit that in like the 60s would infuriate the Italians. Like, because I mean, like. These days, this was like, 50 years before 100 gecs.
Oh, no, damn. Dude, I wonder if we showed the 1950 Italians 100 gags, what in the fuck would they do?
Dude, oh my! I mean, like
they would lose it. They'd be like, he's not even singing about his sweetheart.
Yeah, like they. Dude,
what the fuck is this song talking about? A money machine. He's not even talking about his baby girl's hand.
They would literally trying to probably like green light all those non-binaries and. I want to find all 100 of these gecs and take them out.
Take out all hundreds of these gecs. And then he looks at the album. There's like 10,000 gecs. Like, fuck, they're multiplying.
Dude,
oh, God.
Dude, yeah. Like, that's so good. Like,
listen, I don't like this crazy voice, this robot voice, this guy or wizard is doing here.
See, imagine they see a picture of him, too. It's like...
Dude... the 1950s wops will lose their hats over a picture of 100 guys.
They need to come up with a stronger word than Fanuc. For them, I mean,
Dude,
it would literally like be showing us space aliens. Like,
I don't want to disparage or talk down on the gags. I know Dylan Brady. I don't know him. I don't think he would like remember me, but. Katie Heater would bring him around because she was trying to bang him, and he would always be around at Michael's house.
I think he's a cool enough guy, and we should be careful because he's connected to the Veiled Prophet. But like, and I mean, when I found that out, I was like, "There's nothing organic in this world.
Nothing.
Like every famous band is like." Connected because they're rich, like to the elites and shit.
Yeah, or their cousins is somebody.
Yeah, and like I see his mom's in the Veiled Prophet organization. I like find that out like just by chance on like on Instagram. I was looking through hashtag Veiled Prophet, and I just click on a picture of a lady, and I see that he's like tagged in this picture along with a bunch of other people, and this lady's name is Mama Gek, and it's Dylan Brady's mom, and it's pictures of her at the Veiled Prophet organization.
I do not have any knowledge or know of all this. This is Frank's personal beliefs.
I mean, it's not my personal beliefs. It's a fact. I'll look up his mom on Instagram.
All right, then it's Frank's personal facts.
Like, I mean, like, good for him. If I could be, connected to the Veiled Prophet and make my insane music like blow up.
And what was a Veiled Prophet in that
it's
thing?
The St. Louis elite, local elite like ball. Like it's
Oh, that's the one where the girl, the redhead girl from The Office, she was.
Yeah, she won the pageant one.
The debutante.
Yeah, and like the national characterization of the Veiled Prophet like ball was so funny to me. When it said like ISIS KKK beauty pageant like. Just because of like the costumes are insane. Like the Veiled Prophet guards are all dressed up like Arabians with big like spears and stuff, and Like it's a mishmash of different offensive cultural stereotypes, like in the parade. It's a win though that he's not in the parade anymore. That's a win for the regular man. And, like I don't care like which way you cut it. Like not having to see his ass coming down our streets. Because I mean, it's what he represents is just like, it's like it's everything that I'm not.
Exactly. But you know what we are? This is a curveball topic change as well. We're Battlehawk fans, and we're gonna fucking go to a game, baby. Dude,
yeah, I would love to go to a game. What days are they on?
There's Sundays or Saturdays. They're weekend games typically.
Is there any night games?
Usually sometimes there's the evening games. We can figure one out because there's the home opener. Home opener's next week or something, and then the game after our home opener, we play our rivals, the DC Defenders.
Nice. I need to start like doing some research, getting
you gotta
familiar with the players.
Cause the law, baby. You got to get on board.
I do. Like
I told you the one game I went to, I was.
Are they televised or are they on the internet?
I think they are on Fox Midwest or something. But I'm sitting in this crowd. It was the same day that I told my fun literature joke to my cousin's friend.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was that day we were going to that game, and we get there, and we're in a row. We're like 5 dudes. I'm all the way on the left, and I'm surrounded by people who everyone, I think, knows each other, but they don't. They're just all friends because we're all fans. So if you're in the stands, we're all best friends. You're wearing blue. Cool. You're our boy.
There's a good there's a camaraderie.
You wouldn't believe it, dude.
I like that. Just like that. That's
the tailgates are crazy. Everyone's handing each other beers and high fiving.
This is good because I feel like the fair weathers are not even like aware of it and stuff, and it's just like it's probably like a condensed form of all of the diehard Rams fans and stuff back in the day who were.
It's crazy, man.
You got diluted by all which that's sick as fuck. Because I imagine they don't fill the dome, do they?
Almost.
Really?
Like the game I went to, there was like 30,000 or some people.
Wow, so that's like halfway. That's pretty good. That's better than I thought.
Like the home section is filled. If you look over at the stands behind the away, the lower seats. They
separate them?
Well, you can buy tickets behind your home team. Like,
that's
you
cool
can
kind
of aim where you can
go. Do like soccer hooligans where they like separate the fans. They should do that.
Well, I don't know that they separate the fans, but you can choose to sit behind the other team so you can heckle them. Because you're pretty close to them if you can get those tickets.
Just even having the option, though, to where they tell you, they don't enforce it, but they like try and like nudge you and that like for fans to sit together, because that's a big problem at Rams games is like, you couldn't have like crowd cohesion because it would be like by the end there was so many like away people and like soccer games in the UK, they literally don't allow like away fans to sit with the home fans.
Really?
Yeah, because
for their own safety.
Those fucking mongoloids can't help but knife each other and like get in fights.
I keep seeing the craziest soccer hooligan videos. There's one dude. He saw his home team score, and he turns around and he's like, oh, and he drops his pants and start windmilling his penis at the crowd.
Dude, like, so every soccer game is like a Dodgers game on steroids. Like, you're about like Dodgers that people constantly get stabbed in the parking lots.
Yeah, well, there's like soccer games like that, and I've been looking into European basketball games.
Oh,
European basketball games are crazy because the crowds are like burning road flares in a stadium. Like, it's crazy, and they're all screaming. Dope. Like, compared to an NBA game where there's, like, announcers and all that, there's it's just crowds yelling and screaming, dude.
That'd be so much fun to watch because people are playing, like, full tilt, too. Like, whereas the NBA has, like, gotten sort of...
And they don't allow gather steps. They don't allow carry steps. They don't allow
the refs have some sort of
any dude in America basketball goes to play Europe. You're getting called with travel and over because they
probably actually play defense and stuff too.
Oh, dude, they're getting their ass whipped over there.
That'd be a lot of fun to watch. It's like the WNBA, but like it's highly skilled.
It's nuts.
It's like everybody. If WNBA, if everybody was Caitlin Clark.
Oh, God bless Caitlin. So. Basketball arenas, I just want a fucking crowd like where they're burning the flares. Oh, anyway, we're gonna watch some of that and we'll come back, maybe do another episode because this is about a Foley. All right, everyone's gay but me. Bye.
And it's like with Caitlin Clark, like black people can't even be happy for us once. Like that, we like can't get the WNBA.
Just had to sneak it in. Huh?
I mean, I'm not even gonna sneak it in. It's like come on, like give us Caitlin Clark. Like. The NBA, that's pretty case closed. You guys got that one, but like, just let us enjoy Caitlin Clark and quit fucking. Those bitches need to quit like gouging her eyes out on the court. Like,
all right, man.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Poor sportsmanship.